Greetings and glory to Kairos. Welcome back to Tyranny. We are currently here, near the Matani River, and we're supposed to kill some Oathbound to avenge some Scarlet Furies. And I had a thought the other day that maybe we are not actually supposed to be doing these faction-given side quests, because we're supposed to be a Fatebinder and neutral in most things. Kinda like a Witcher, actually. I think we are supposed to not care about internal squabbles and just do what Tunon tells us our job is. These Horde soldiers have been dead for less than a day. The Oathbound stalking the valley have been busy. Okay. Looking pretty roguish. But we can deal with that. Okay, well. Oh, there's many more. How many more exactly? Okay, so they are all Oathbound. But they're different types of units. I get you. I think we can angle ourselves just right to get this guy and not bring all the others into it. Hopefully. Unless, they were coded to all respond at once. In which case, we might have a little bit of a problem. But thankfully, this here looks to be quite a defendable place. With some looting. Okay. More than a day passed since coming here, so... Looks like the spyware upgrades are automatically deducting their cost. That is good to know. 2 pairs of boots from these ones. Wait, this map actually feels familiar. Okay, let's see. Maybe these 2 scouts we can pick up from afar. Which would of course require us good positioning. And maybe get them just at the edge. Also, actually going to disable unit AI here. Accidentally left it in. So, I think Verse is going to start. And once he's close, the rest are gonna jump. That usually works. Let's look at the missive real quick. We have a reply. Because we asked last time if we are such a threat that we're slowly becoming an Archon, why hasn't Kairos dealt with us? Archon, some guy. Allow me to address you by such a title before it becomes fashionable to do. I pride myself as a woman who stays ahead of the trends. Why Kairos smites some but allows others to exist is a question we all ponder. The Overlord can certainly appear arbitrary, and if I've learned anything, that's the point. Kairos is intentionally aloof and distant, both for matters of personal security and because if you had to wrangle the most powerful entities of Terratus, you'd need to keep them from getting too comfortable. To me, the most obvious answer is that Kairos knows exactly what you're doing. She probably approves of your actions and is likely working at every opportunity to create a situation wherein you are acting in your own self-interest while satisfying her ambitions as well. You have to consider one important detail. There's nowhere left in Terratus to conquer, now that the tears are in the Overlord's grasp. What would the great generals even do in a time of peace? The voices of Narat is barely tolerable when you have need of a spy master. Why keep around such a monster when you no longer have need of such a gruesome weapon? I would argue it is in Kairos' interest that the Tears be a costly invasion that claims the lives of as many of the Archons as possible. Not enough meat on the Tears to keep too many sharks sated very long. Kairos ordered everyone to take Ascension whole or die. The or die must have been an acceptable option, correct? If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say you have the unspoken backing of the Overlord. It's not like Blade and Mark can't find you wherever he wants. That is a good point, actually. So let's ask about the Archons and how they've risen to power next. Dear Myotis, I appreciate the insight and am honored by your vote of confidence. Your missive made mention of Graven Ash and how you've known of him since before he wore the title Archon of War. Can you tell me more of what you observed of his rise to power? If I am indeed an Archon, it's safe to say I wasn't born knowing what I can or can't do, and it stands to reason I might learn something from the stories of the other Archons. Yep, sent. Good. Now let's wait for this guy to take his place.
Come at me, grave meat.
Okay. It's weird. Shadow's abilities naturally switch her loadout, but for some reason Eternal Flame doesn't, for worse. That's pretty weird. Okay, you're going to throw a dagger. And it keeps going. Just to graze. Okay, I kinda wanna stay away from this guy as much as possible, so maybe
Not happening.
come a little closer. There we go. Now attack the guy. That's the one problem with disabling the AI. They don't automatically attack. Can I interrupt you? Not very well. Get gibbed, idiot. Okay, now what? Okay, that's weird. So now you're in combat, but not moving. Yep. Well, still. If this is how we need to do it, then this is how we'll do it. Okay. Good enough. kinda want to avoid using any healing items here. Not because I'm low on supplies or anything. Just because, you know.
Watch and learn.
Okay, you have no slash armor. So it's perfect over here. Oh, and you have super high dodge. I see. Oh, and you're a dagger throwing kind of bastard, huh? Okay. Maybe lock you down like this, okay. Then Verse is just gonna run around, help out. Weapon swap. Also, these people can also have multiple loadouts. Hehe. I don't know why they insist on doing this.
That's right.
But oh, okay. That's better. Maybe it's their roguish disposition. Always going for the one with the lowest health. That is probably why Landry always keeps dying. Hence why I don't take him anymore. Ah, okay. I was slightly afraid of that.
Just point me in the right direction. Wait, do I really not have healing with you? I do have healing with you. Okay, that is more like it. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, I think I understand what that guy did. Weapon swap. Actually swapped our weapons, Whatever
not
you
his
need.
own. And so I could just sit right here and heal everyone up. Because we are still in combat. Annoyingly enough. And I have a feeling if I pull those two, then these ones at the edge are also going to come with them. Because they're close enough. But maybe if I pull this one. Okay, that's almost good. We don't even have to come back up here. Can make the new
Just point me in the right
battlegrounds
direction.
over here. Maybe just one more round of healing.
Not a problem.
Okay, now let's see what we're working with. Okay, you're coming by yourself. At least you better. Okay. You have a pretty high blunt armor. So let's remove that. Like this. You're actually gonna stay away. And I should be doing some healing off of this guy. Hard strike, eh? I have a feeling that's gonna apply bleed. Oh, I missed him. And he grazed me. So no one gets what they want, huh? Well, alright. You have low slash armor, so that's perfect. Okay. Blade Storm. Can you maybe not? Okay, and it's still not ogre.
Whatever you need. I'm on it.
Alright. I think there is no one else remaining here, just these two. But let's carefully look around the edge, just in case. Yeah, looks like this is all we have. So that is good. You know, actually I kinda wanna get some training in with the staff. So it's time for you to...
You got it.
And the two of us
By your
mages
command.
are going to hang back. Perfect. Okay, gonna draw aggro in here. Okay, so that's what Blade Storm is. Yep, and you're just going for the weakest one.
You got it.
Now what you gonna do? Sunder this guy. Now we're actually close enough together, maybe. That you both get some healing. That would be nice. Okay, you have been sundered.
For the good.
Good enough. Hmm. "18 seconds. That's more than enough." Oh, you Kuritan, paralyzed. Ouch. For 10 whole seconds, you say? That wasn't very nice of you. Take this. And you also have pretty low endurance, so get drowning, idiot. So we kill dagger, which means we move outside of range. Ouch. Yeah, that's the thing. Some of the abilities will always go off, even if you go outside range. Some of them just don't.
Glory of Kairos!
Nope. Felt nothing.
I've had far worse.
Okay, you activated weapon swap. And I don't see the effect. Okay, here we go. That was easy. So, back to Cacophony we go. Hold on, before that. Just an emergency quick save. And then we go down. Okay, how's the spire going? 3 and 4 new items. I don't know if it has a maximum. So you would have to periodically go back and clear out the inventory. But we will do that all the same. Is it done then? Have you killed them? Yes, I killed the Oathbound and avenged your slain sisters. And we got the recipe for fatiguing toxin. Okay, thank you. She crosses her arms and nods slowly. Her chest expands as she takes in a deep breath, but when she blows it out, she sounds utterly empty. Thought it would make me happier to know, that they got what they were worth. But Kairos be damned if my leg doesn't just hurt. Fatiguing toxin can be created with access to a spire infirmary. And of course, we're not able to do that. We're gonna need a third spire. That might take a little while. Whoa, Verse is level 8 already. What are you doing, girl? To be so much ahead of me. And how do I get some of that? Okay, let's see. New missive. This is the sort of question that can get you killed. Very little is known about how Archons are born or come to power, and my long life has taught me that Kairos and the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. I heard of Ash. He will always be merely Ash to me, before Kairos renamed him and gave his legion that backhanded title. As a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen of the Northern Kingdom lost left and right. Ash was always a good leader, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of it isn't even until the tail end of the Northern Conquest. And if you read the journals, they don't tell stories of grievous harm warded off by Ash's stern looks. Instead, they talk of his soldiers finding their fears and doubts lifted from them by Ash's presence. A careful reading suggests the ability to actively protect physical harm came years later, as that bond grew, and more importantly, as his legend grew. That legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ash's case, he had some early inkling of a power, the ability to assuage the burden of his men, and as he took on a mantle of power and became known all around Terratus as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just their fears and doubts. Thus my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it. Foster fear, foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Okay, I think I can do that. So finally, inquire about Bladen Mark's killings. Dear Myotis, your wisdom on the matter is greatly appreciated. You made mention of Bladen Mark and his killings. During my training, Fatebinder Kalio hinted that much of Bladen Mark's work involves killing off threats before they blossom into genuine problems. So it's curious to hear you second that fact. So, let's say, for the sake of argument, I am some Archon. Is it just a matter of time until Bladen Mark is sent to kill me? Should I be making grand displays of loyalty to the court to assuage his suspicions? I do not think he cares anything about the sincerity of that. Now, verse. Of course, having more health is always good for a fighter. But I'm beginning to feel like what you actually need is more damage. Pretty good on skills. And Ab gets... Well, she's a little bit of a jack of all trades, with more of a support focus. And support skills don't really gain any benefits. Not that I can see it. So maybe give you a little more of might. Looks a little counterproductive on a mage, but she actually has abilities that are not spells, so maybe that will help it. As for talents, you know what? You can never have too many taunts. And with Ab, speeds up lore and spell and staff XP. Okay. By how much? 20%. That's good. And the interface actually spoils us a little. So now we know that these are all the
spare types that we're getting in this game. Apparently. Well, okay then. But anyway, we are going back to the spire, and from there we're going to the Sentinel Stand. And there really isn't anything else for us to do at this point. 2 days. A lot of things can happen in 2 days, but not this time. Okay, 4 seems to be the item limit. So we should get back every once in a while. Well, excuse me game, this is 5 items clearly. Don't know where you get the 4. Anyway, this is gonna be the last message we get. My dear Fatebinder, it's a poorly kept secret that Bladen Mark's job is more about killing threats before they become a problem. Official executions are really the minority of his duties. As I understand it, Kairos has long used Bladen Mark as a preventative measure, since he can move about the world rather freely, and he can evade all but the most absurd powers. He's the perfect predator to send against wild talents. I'm sure few in the tiers have ever actively wondered why there have been seemingly so few Archons born this far west. I'm sure folks with the potential to be Archons have occurred in the tiers time and time again, but they're usually cut down by Mark before the world hears of them. It's likely safe to assume Bladen Mark has his eye on you and has orders to use his own judgment as to when to strike. I've known the old man for ages, and I'd strongly encourage you not to try to appeal to him with overt displays of loyalty. He has no stomach for sycophants. I sincerely believe he thinks every human being is a selfish, twisted knave, and there are those who are lying about it and those that accept what they are. No third type exists. So yes, I do think Bladen Mark will one day have to come for you. As I said, you could always hide or end your life now. But where you're headed, conflict is likely inevitable. Well, dear Fatebinder, thank you for your insight. Now we are gonna jump over to the other spire, because there's something else in here. Okay, so it's gonna be you, right? Yep, you are making bronze ingots, which I can sell for a pretty sum of money. So basically, we have become self-sustaining. That's always nice. Can we maybe make something here? No, this wants money. I'm kinda looking for some light gauntlets. I like the silken gloves here. That needs a lot of rings. Plus 5 hide. And 3 recruits. Okay. Okay, well, if I want to make the most out of all the options here, I think I should go with the Master of Smelting. only question then would be, whether these NPCs are individually filling their inventory, or if the spire itself has the limited inventory, you know. Because if the second one is the case, then hiring both of those ingot makers might actually be a problem. I just cannot see it from over here. I must find something. What is it? Ardent bronze sword. Superior. Huh, and it was just lying here. Well then. Oh, this is better than the axe. In everything except armor penetration. But this party has 2 people who can sunder, so you're actually looking good over here. Anyway. Always quick save. Need to remind myself of that. And so, 3 days. And we're gonna take a look at Sentinel Stand. Whatever will happen in here.
Been a while since I last came to Stalwart. All that disfavored fighting led to this.
Wow. Nice stone formations. Kinda look like a ribcage. Oh, loot. Give me all the loot. So, am I going the right way? Sort of looks like it. In which case, let's go the other way. Wait a minute. Verse had an injury. And I still have all my buffs. So I did not rest. So does the regular injury, that was just a decreased max HP, looks like that one goes away when you visit the spire, or even naturally. Interesting. The mold that once encircled Sentinel Stand has long since succumbed to the harsh environment. Standing water and patches of moist dirt are all that remain. Oh, so this used to be a moat, I say. Ooh, what's this? Just a topaz. Sentinel Stand Keep was once a proud, imposing structure. Now it stands as a mere shadow of its former glory. But it still stands. And that's the important part. Okay, why do I have a feeling that we forgot something? Wait, I think we have to go back and talk to the guy, right?
think that was it. We left that guy here at Trapper's Junction. He wants to come with us. Through the billowing dirt and rust kicked up by the Edict of Storms, you make out the shifting silhouettes of a small group ahead of you. Appearing lightly armed and armored, the group pulls 2 carts in their wake. They haven't noticed you through the maelstrom. We can hear them, or let them pass. Okay, hail them. Let's see who they are. Wary of your presence, the travelers halt when you hail them and await your approach. Their emaciated faces make it clear that hunger has left them weak. One steps forward to explain that they're scavengers from Old Stalwart, hoping to trade their haul in exchange for food for their families. A glance at their goods reveals that they're carrying remnants of bronze and iron arms, likely scrounged from the Blade Grave. The leader of the group, head bowed deeply in deference, asks if they may pass. Sure, let's send them on their way. And we get a bronze ingot for free, and some favor with the Unbroken. Okay. Escorting the travelers, you lead them through the ragged wastes to the Blade Grave's broken border. They thank you profusely for your assistance, swearing to spread word of your fairness to others in Stalwart. Yep, reputation is going to be our main currency, from the looks of it. So I welcome this. Their leader shows her appreciation with a few pieces of scrap before the group continues their march away from the Edict of Storms. Alrighty then. So we had the guy down here. Wait, no. Nope, it's all empty. Well. And Matthias has promised to show you the magical storms barring entry into Sentinel Stand Keep. Travel there and see the problem for yourself. Okay, well in that case, he should have been there, waiting for us. But I didn't see him. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm stupid. This was here the entire time. Well, okay. Okay, what's falling from the sky? Is it hail or is it stone? Oh, there he is. This is what we're up against, and this is why the Unbroken couldn't take back Stalwart. He shakes his head at the wind wall and sighs, among other reasons. I conscripted into Jagged Remedy's gang for the chance at making it through to Sentinel Stand, but so far all I've gotten are some fresh bruises and a shitty nickname. Oh yeah, your name is Matthias Brownbottom. Well, you're a new guy. And you were an enemy, so you kinda deserve that. These winds are extraordinary. That they are, and just beyond them, Stradus Herodin, the last regent, sits in the comfort of Sentinel Stand. Matthias spits into the whipping wind. During the war, we kept the fortress provisioned to outlast any siege, so it's safe to assume that Herodin won't starve to death. We'll have to find another way to make it through these winds. Remarkable. Would you look at those shifting winds? It's almost hypnotic. She pants, rough, mauve tongue lolling between her fangs. Have seen bigger storms, but have not felt sharper wind. Verse holds her ground,
the storm whipping through her hair. I wonder if I could ride that storm. What do you say we find a barrel, seal it up with me inside, and see what happens out there? A moment later she sighs. Maybe not. I think you would. Either get picked up, like in a tornado, or just bounce off the wind wall. Either way, I wouldn't recommend it. You step forward, but the winds repel you like a physical wall of force around the tornado's edge. The area ahead is impassable. Hear that? We're not alone. Taking a step forward, Burst draws her weapon and scans the surroundings. Now fighting time. And I didn't save. You catch an odd sound in the wind. A low moan hidden within a cacophony of swirling dirt and metal debris. The clouds of dust seem to close in upon you. Within them, you see patches of glowing red. Oh, we're fighting Bane here. Yep. Well, okay then. Do I have to keep Matthias alive? That might be just a little bit problematic. But I kinda want to. So you're going for him. Neither of you have picked the target yet. I think you can occupy at least one of them. Maybe even two. And then I start with a thrust to give you spare breach, hopefully. And then just freeze you to death. And you're weak to fire, so this should be the end of it. And we don't have a malice here. So actually, Abby's going to frighten them, so might as well go melee, right?
I'm on it. By your command.
And that should be the end. So maybe get the little ones first. You're gonna dervish, and I can directly get you out of the way. Problematic. Okay, were you spare breached? Let's see. Yep, you're spare breached. So take this. You're gonna hit them both. Nice. And you're frightened. Perfect. Okay, you're immune to mage fire. I forgot that part. But still, you are frozen. Gang up on this guy. Switch back. Okay.
And ride for peace.
Oh, now everyone is frightened. Okay, so that's the game we're playing today. Take this. Spam breach you again.
I think that one hit bone.
I'll freeze you again. Nice. Blur is still ongoing. Don't need to do anything with that.
time. Nope. There we go. Graze. Unfortunate. There we go. These ones are actually okay. The Bane are gone, their unnatural cry silenced, leaving only the tornado's violence in your ears. As the dust clouds recede, you spot a crouched figure on the wall above.
We've got a scout. Look there, on top of the wall.
Where? Who? The wind whips violently past, throwing bits of rock and metal past you along with the dust. Okay. Oh, there's the guy. Okay. So he's a scout. A soldier kneels behind the ruined parapets. You can tell by his raiment, old stalwart gear, that he's an unbroken soldier. He peers at you with a mixture of caution and curiosity. You handle the Bane well enough, but what brings you to this forsaken place? He pauses as recognition dawns in his eyes. Matthias, I thought you were out in the field with... He stops himself and frowns, regarding the former unbroken captain with closer scrutiny. I didn't expect to find you in the company of a Fatebinder. I'm running with the Scarlet Chorus now. Turns to you with fear in his eyes, then quickly refocuses back on the scout. We were in an impossible situation. I had to choose between dying for my pride or looking after the lives of our people. I can't pretend to approve of your decision, Matthias. Had I served in your unit, we would have taken a different direction. He frowns with pity. The Unbroken will endure, with or without you. I only hope you find some measure of peace in the army of Kairos. Just try not to cross me on any battlefield. The scout turns to you. Did you parade your new recruit all the way here to mock us, or do you have business in Sentinel Stand? I'm looking for Gravenash's daughter Amelia. Rumor has it she's inside. Just throwing this out there, but it pays to keep some information close to the vest. The Voices of Narad prides himself on keeping secrets. You might learn from his example. You say that, but I don't really think anyone would want to learn anything from the Voices of Narad. Is that so? The Scarlet Chorus have mostly left this territory alone. It comes as some surprise that they would send troops into disfavored occupied lands to fetch one prisoner of war. I can't imagine what the Voices of Narad wants out of Ash's daughter. If he dispatched you to the task, she must be something special. Well, you won't be making it to Sentinel Stand anytime soon. The only people to see the inside of the keep since 4:30 are the last regent, his personal guard, and a few disfavored prisoners. Not that you should care about the last regent overmuch. The edict is making the war an impossible challenge for Graven Ash and his legion of ironclads. I'm sure that just thinking about it makes the Voices of Narad giddy. You got that one right? So what do the Unbroken want here? I suppose what everyone wants. Killing the regent? You conscripted our former leader into your howling army. This can't be a mystery to you, can it? He looks to Matthias with disapproval. You're here for your own reasons, and I'm here for mine. Just because I'm not throwing bronze on you doesn't make us friends, or for that matter, countrymen. You know what? Fair enough. You leave us be, and we leave you be. So how can I get inside Sentinel Stand? I'm not stupid enough to give up our plans to some chorus rats, even if the lives of anyone in Sentinel Stand mean less to me than the piss I took this morning. He looks to Matthias again, shaking his head slowly. Farewell, old friend.
Here's to hoping our next leader can remember where he came from when the road takes a sharp bend. Tipping his head, the scout steps back and vanishes over the parapet, into the obscurity of the storm. Damn him, I wish his words didn't sting, but he's a good patriot, and I can't fault his bias. Matthias sighs. In my heart I know I made this choice to get back at the disfavored and the regent, but it's not easy to face the censure of my countrymen. You'll get over it once you've hacked away at them in battle a few times. Their opinions won't matter as much as their corpses, and anything useful they might drop. Now you know what we're up against. Thankfully I have a lead on getting us through the wind wall to Sentinel Stand. An unbroken lieutenant by the name of Elia is stationed at Rust Canyons. Before Jagged Remedy got me in his clutches, I dispatched Elia. Or Elia? Maybe Elia. Along with my best soldiers to hunt for regent heirlooms lost during the war. Elia and her unbroken scavengers should have yielded something of value by now. Maybe even something we can use to push our way through the storm. We won't know for sure unless you check in on her progress. Okay then. I suppose he's not gonna go. Because he's wearing Scarlet Chorus colors. They might kill him on sight. So how can these heirlooms help us, exactly? They have enough history to convince even this old skeptic. The amulet Never Drowned was said to have parted the waves during ancient conflicts with Islander beastmen. There are items of equally impressive power outside of Stalwart, of course, though only remarkable people carry them. I only heard this from Jagged Remedy's gang, but the voices of Narat wields a scepter called Final Scream. It's said to cause confusion when you stand too close to the Archon. He shudders. Nah, actually, I don't think that's the scepter's fault. That is just the voices. We had a hunch that a piece of the Regent arsenal could send a military force through the tornado and Sentinel Stand unharmed. If that were true, we would have used it to cross the barrier, kill Stratus Herodin, and end the Edict of Storms. He frowns. I don't imagine you'll be ending the edict in the foreseeable future, though. Not while Graven Ash occupies the region. Well, what's he gonna do here? Stop me? I don't think so. So we'll go to Rust Canyons. Contact Elia. I'll send word to Elia, so she knows to expect you. Please give her my regards. Or don't, he frowns. I wouldn't want her to see me this way. He looks out onto a bleak horizon. I suppose it's high time that I reported back to Jagged Remedy. The initiation rites are only half done, so he'll no doubt have some other degrading feat for me to accomplish. He shakes his head and sighs. The things I do for Stalwart. Yeah, being a patriot is a tough job. So what's it? This one? Cheese and meat. All part of a balanced breakfast. Anything over here? Nope. You bastard. Just give me a background that looks like a chest. Nothing hidden over here, from what I can see. And this whole part of the map is unavailable for us. From the looks of it. Okay. Rust Canyons is over here, just a day away. Kairos' magical storms bored through these once fertile hills, creating the winding, dust-strewn canyons present today. The process killed both disfavored and unbroken soldier alike, and now their corpses remain embedded in the earth.
That's not really a crop I would like to pick. So it stays there forever. Oh, hey, look at that. We got people embedded here as well. Interesting. Well, anyway, let's take a break here. Next, we're going to go there and see about that arsenal. Thank you for watching. If you like this game, then please give the video a like. And until the next one, have a pleasant day, and most importantly, glory to Kairos.